3 minutes early, but I think we're pretty full. I think everybody's ready to get started. Thank you for coming tonight. We're going to start with an invocation by Councilman Thomas Shields, and we will immediately follow that with the Pledge of Allegiance. So, Tom?
If I can stand up and hold this at the same time. We'll pray together, please. Our Heavenly Father, as we humbly kneel before your throne of grace tonight, we want to thank you for this day, for allowing us to live in a beautiful country, in a wonderful city. And we just pray, Lord, that you will be with us in everything we say and do as far as our town is concerned. Pray that our hearts will be in the right place and that we will want to do what's best for our entire town. At this time, Lord, we pray that you will be with our meeting tonight. Hopefully everything will run nice and smooth, and you will be on our mind that we need to represent you along with everything else that we represent. These things we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we will go on to the approval of minutes as written. Are there any additions or deletions to the minutes? Okay, hearing none, they'll stand as written. And then we'll move into the report from council members. Mr. Robinson is not with us this evening. He's on vacation. We'll normally have been giving him the honor of starting for his exit the next few months. So we'll move, I guess we'll start with Ward 5, Councilman Alexander.
Thank you. So on December 1st, Ward 5 will be holding a town hall at the Hampton branch at 6:30. We would love to have everybody, whether you're in Ward 5 or not in Ward 5. And that's all I've got. Thank you.
Okay, Ward 4, Councilman Jones.
Yes, I just wanted to thank the fire department, the police department for having the veterans breakfast this morning. We had a wonderful parade. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it yesterday, but I heard it was really good. And just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays coming up. Thank you.
Okay. Ward 3, Councilwoman Rainey.
I'd like to give congratulations to those who won the election on November 4th. There's also something I'd like to address. There seems to be a lack of transparency in the West End property sale. The proposed sale of city-owned property was placed on the council agenda without prior discussions or notice to all of the council members. No public meeting was held to inform or engage residents before the sale was introduced. Citizens had no opportunity to review the appraisal, ask questions, or even provide input. You may ask, why does this matter? Under South Carolina law, South Carolina Code 5740 and 57260, the sale of municipal real estate must be conducted by ordinance, and it is being done, which requires public notice and council deliberation. Public notice for this specific ordinance was not advertised, and I do not think it being listed on the agenda that was provided 3 or 4 days in advance satisfies this requirement. Public's comments are limited to 30 minutes in a regular meeting, and that's not sufficient time for citizens to make their voice heard. They did not even get an opportunity to contact their council members to express their opinion. Transparency and public engagement are not optional. They are foundations of good governance. Selling public land without community input undermines trust and risks decisions that do not reflect residents' priorities. I've raised concerns about the lack of notice and absence of public engagement before, and yet it continues. I'm advocating for a delay in this vote. The public should have a chance to review the proposal, have a meeting and give feedback, and council should have adequate time to deliberate with full information as well as adequate time to discuss. I believe being informed is the key to how our government will grow and how public assets are managed. I suggest to the mayor and the city administrator to be more open with the entire council on city assets way before they come up for vote. The council is the legislative body, and we're not here just to vote yes or no on ordinances that we have not been sufficiently informed about. Thank you.
Thank you. Ward 2, Councilwoman Davidson.
Well, I think an adequate notice was given to everybody that's here tonight about the inclusive playground, which we are going to approve that property. So I'm so glad to see everybody here tonight. And I think the ward report by Ward 3 representative was out of line, and that is an item to be discussed on the agenda, which we will get to. So, and I would like to thank all of our men and women veterans, thank them for their service, and also thank you to all of our first responders. We need to remember what they give to us every single day, what they sacrifice for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Ward 1, Councilman O'Shields.
Well, since this is supposed to be a ward report, I will say something about my ward. To toot my own horn, I try every time I leave home in my car to ride through part of Ward 1. And it's almost like the folks that in my neighborhoods have got their own policemen just looking and watching. They probably wonder what's that strange fella doing, riding around in that convertible, looking at, scoping out the houses. But it's good to do that. But I just say that as far as something in the ward, because basically, with the exception of one fellow over Cobblestone, nobody's complained to me about nothing this month. And his was a little iffy. I won't even tell you what it is. But I would like to say one more thing. When I was asked last week to do the invocations today, it got me thinking. And just by happenstance, I've ran across this, I'm going to call it a tract for lack of a better word. And it's on neighbors. And the fact that we're all neighbors here, whether you live in Ward 1 or Ward 6, we're all neighbors in this area, in this one little town, and we need to think about that, conduct ourselves that way, not only to be respectful and mindful of other people's attitudes and likes and dislikes, but the fact we're all in this game together. And this ain't D.C. We're not at each other's throats like the Dems and the Republicans up there. It's different. This is nonpartisan. We're all on the same team, and we need to remember that and conduct ourselves accordingly. And love your neighbor. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to give a brief mayor's message because we've got some lovely people here that are waiting for me to be quiet. But we had a wonderful turnout this morning. We did at the Breakfast for Veterans. And I want to thank you to everybody who joined us, and I want to thank you to all who serve and have served our country. It is truly a blessing to live in the best city, in the best state, in the best nation, in the best place in the world. And today, we also celebrate the birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Any Marines? And a very special happy 90th birthday, I don't know that he's watching, to my favorite veteran, my daddy. Happy birthday, Daddy. And congratulations to the newly elected members of the Easley City Council for 2026. I do extend my best wishes as you begin your service for our city, and I encourage our entire community to continue working together with unity, respect, and a shared commitment to keeping Easley thriving and keeping it what we love. As we enter the final 2 months of this year, we have a busy and joyful season ahead. Our holiday events will offer wonderful opportunities for your family to make lasting memories. Stay tuned to the social media pages for all that we have going on. And then finally, a special congratulations. We have newlyweds here tonight celebrating their honeymoon. Would you come to a council meeting for your honeymoon? Neither. Our code enforcement officer, Anthony Brown, and his bride, Erin Brown, were married yesterday. That's why, unfortunately, I had to miss the Veterans Parade. But congratulations. I still cannot believe you are here. But we're glad to have you. Thank you very much. Next, we'll have updates on city activity, which I believe, Tom, we have some.
I do have a couple things, but one more thing on the wedding. We also have Anthony's mother here from England.
I'm sorry, Anne. I'm so sorry. All the way from London at an Easley City Council meeting.
I also want to say thanks to the fire department, police department for hosting the first veterans breakfast this morning. That was well attended and very appreciated by all the veterans and other families members and those who came out. So again, First one, I'm sure it's not the last one, but I do appreciate it. We do have some awards we want to talk about tonight, all Parks and Rec, and so Kristen can come up if she's going to talk about these. This one's listed, but we're going to go into this one more next month, because those, right?
So, yeah, so our department actually, this past October, won the South Carolina Athletic Programs Department of the Year. We're very proud of our athletic staff. Unfortunately, they could not be here tonight because they are running basketball evals for the 500 kids that signed up for basketball this season. So, we recently got notified that we also won another award we'll be picking up in December in Charleston, which is the Park Excellence Award for our new trail with the Brushy Creek Greenway. So council, we will be bringing that award as well as our Athletic Department of the Year award to you sometime in spring of '26. But tonight, we do have two individuals who won an award through the South Carolina Parks and Rec Association, and I have two staff members who will be reading those awards as well. But I also want to make a quick note because we will not meet again before this happens, but the tree lighting is the day after Thanksgiving on City Hall. So please come out. It's a free event. We'll have cookies, hot chocolate. Mr. Sam always does a wonderful job. 5 Point does a wonderful job of giving out ornaments as well, as we have a special message from Pastor Dean. So if you will join us the day after Thanksgiving on the City Green, 6 o'clock. So with that said, James, do you want to? And Eugene will come up. Yep. You're right.
So Eugene Jolly has been devoted to over 12 years as a volunteer coach with the City of Easley Parks and Recreation Department. He leaves an unforgettable mark on the community and countless athletes. Throughout his time, Eugene has consistently demonstrated a passion for sports, a love for teaching, and a commitment to his players. This year, not only did he coach basketball, but he also umpired softball. He refereed basketball games. And Eugene's impact on youth sports in Easley has been immeasurable. His involvement extends far beyond the basketball court and softball fields. Eugene has coached boys basketball and basketball teams at various age levels, 10U, 12U, and 14U, and has served as a leader for both girls and sports and boys basketball teams. Eugene has earned recognition from the National Federation of State High Schools Association and is regarded as an indispensable member of the Easley Parks and Recreation family. Even after his own children have grown out of the program, Eugene continued to volunteer, demonstrating his unwavering dedication to the development of young athletes. His commitment is further reflected in the work ethic with the All-Star basketball team and his continued involvement with multiple seasons. In addition to coaching, Eugene has brought his enthusiasm to the public as an announcer for the state softball tournament and as a sports writer for the Pickens County Courier, where he covered Easley High School football games and recorded stats every Friday night. For many years, he also served as announcer for the American Legion baseball games for Post 52. He has been described as a utility player, someone who's always willing to help with any task regardless of the sport. Eugene's work ethic, infectious sense of humor, and humble attitude makes him a standout figure in all of our programs. Eugene's dedication to his community, his love for the game, and his tireless efforts to improve the lives of the young athletes. His big heart and willingness to serve and enduring commitment to youth sports exemplify the very qualities that this award seeks to recognize. Congratulations, Eugene.
We are so excited to announce that Braxton Sheriff has been awarded the 2025 Volunteer of the Year Award. Braxton is the kind of volunteer every organization dreams of. He is dedicated, dependable, and driven by a genuine passion to serve his community. In 2024, Braxton was the heartbeat of the City of Easley's first ever Color Run 5K. From the earliest planning stages to the last bit of post-event cleanup, he poured his time and energy and expertise into making this event a success. As a seasoned Easley High School track and field coach, Braxton brought not only deep knowledge of racing logistics, but also the leadership and motivation that inspired our entire team. Well before the sun rose on race day, Braxton was there, arriving at 5 a.m. with a smile, ready to set up water and color stations, coordinate the volunteers, and troubleshoot every detail, which also included the shooting gun that we didn't even think about. His hands-on leadership was matched by his willingness to do any task, big or small, all while lifting the spirits of those around him. But Braxton's impact goes far beyond physical labor. He generously shared his professional expertise, teaching our staff the finer points of organizing a 5K so that future events will be even stronger. His clear communication, approachable manner, and collaborative spirit turned a complex event into a smooth, well-oiled machine and created a learning opportunity for everyone involved. What truly sets Braxton apart is his selflessness. Even with the demanding schedule of a high school coach, he carved out time to give back to his city. His dedication is not motivated by recognition, but a sincere commitment to helping others succeed. His leadership, generosity, positive influence have left a lasting mark on our department and our community. For all the above reasons, Braxton Sheriff is the 2025 Volunteer of the Year Award. He is more than deserving. He is a shining example of what volunteerism should be. Congratulations, Braxton.
Did you want to do the,
Chris, if you could come up and give this presentation. I think you're taking my seat.
I promise this is probably one of the last times I'll talk tonight. I do have the great honor to introduce Mr. Chris Yang with Carolina Parks in Play. He's going to talk to you a little bit. If you were at the work session, you already know. And then, honestly, if you've talked to me in the last couple of months, you've probably heard me talk about this project. But we're going to talk about a playground that is something that our staff and several community members have been working on for the last, I'm going to say, 6 months. It has been something that's so tremendous, and it'll be so much of a value to our community in so many different levels. And so Chris is going to talk to you a little bit about what inclusive play is, and we'll talk to you a little bit more about the project. But we are looking at putting a fully inclusive playground in our downtown for all of our community to come in and to visit and to play, to learn and grow together. So right now, Chris, I'll let you talk. It is 81 slides, but trust me, we're not going through all 81. So if anybody happens to see the number that's left, no, you're fine.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Thank you to the council. Thank you to the city of Easley and everyone here for your passion for your fellow citizens. So yes, I'm Chris. I work for Carolina Parks and Play. We're the exclusive rep dealer of landscape structures playgrounds, and they really are known as the best of the best when it comes to playground, but also visionaries in terms of inclusive play, which of course we're going to talk a little bit about. So again, a little bit about us. We are a family-owned company. The patriarch and matriarch are a second family to me. I've known them for 40 years. They're a company of values, passion, and love. And anyone we do business with, you really become part of our family, and we hope to be part of yours. Now, in regards to landscape structures, they've been in business for, over 55 years now. The founder, it's a true American success story. He, like so many businesses, he borrowed money. He was in his garage. He ran out of money. But he had a passion for play. And by play, it came down to being a landscape architect. How do you best design playgrounds to ensure quality, to ensure development of children, And that includes all children. Landscape Structures has been on the forefront of inclusive play from day one. And the way the Landscape Structures does it is quite unique. We try to integrate inclusive play as a universal play element, so that when you look at our playgrounds, they don't scream one thing or the other. We're not trying to ostracize one group or the other. What we want and what we try to achieve is that all kids play together. All kids have ability and access to the playgrounds. All kids can utilize the playgrounds. And when you get groups of children together, they learn from each other. They have fun with each other. Anecdotally, when I talk to parents of children that have special needs, they often tell me they just want their children to play and be normal and have fun with kids, all types of kids. And when that interaction happens, it is really something special. And these playgrounds that we're about to discuss deliver on that in amazing ways. And there's a lot of vetting, a lot of research that goes behind the DNA of these playgrounds. So it's not simply a slide, it's not simply a climber. These have been studied to the nth degree and have been vetted by a council of experts, OTRs, that understand how this play knits together and how the entire community, no matter what their physical abilities are, can benefit from. So Jill Moore has been a part of this process in the background. She's our inclusive specialist. And so I told her I was going to be here. And she said, and I asked her, I'm kind of talking through why. And this was a great quote that she has. She says, "I always stress that inclusive design isn't for disabled individuals. It is for disabled individuals too." So it took me a while to think about that. I said, oh, I know what she's saying. Is that, again, it is not specifically for disabled individuals, although it certainly is very accommodating and thoughtful in regards to their needs. But it's the needs of the entire community knitted together. And that's the approach that Landscape Structures puts into their DNA. So in regards to the need, I mean, I could go through so many different stats. What's happening in society, we certainly know that autism's on the rise. It's increased 15% every year. 7.3 million children school age with some form of disability. 1 in 4 children, adults have been diagnosed with a disability. Again, 90% of parents feel and believe that playgrounds should be accommodating to all. That number has gone up, by the way, 15% over the last few years. So what they are seeing is what we're seeing, is that there's a true need in our society for these types of playgrounds. And what they also do is just knit communities together. I keep kind of harping on the knitting idea, but you just see it. We just opened a playground in Brooks Playground in Greenville. So if you haven't had an opportunity to go there, it's an example of what we're trying to achieve here at Easley. It's people from all over the community playing together, growing together, developing together in a society where there's a lot of screen time and there's a lot of distractions, and there's not the physical play, which is so important in an individual's development, in their social development, motor planning development, and these are all skills that we will and do apply as adults when we think through how do we achieve, how do we get through obstacles, how do we communicate, how do we share. All of those things are learned on the playground. And these playgrounds ensure that these skill sets are exemplified and that they're practiced. So I highlighted this little section from Landscape Structures. Every design project is seen through the lens of inclusivity, even if it's not just necessarily labeled as such. It's just how every playground should be, designed so well that anyone can use it, especially in ways that best fit their own bodies. So I'm not sure if everyone has seen the playground, and we're not going to get too in the weeds here, but just know that a lot of time and care has gone into this design. You can see the upper picture is the full shaded version, and that's what's going to be proposed. Underneath is just so you can see more of the equipment, but just know it's underneath shade. And starting with shade, why shade? It's just so important. I mean, we certainly live in a very hot part of the United States. I live in Columbia, so I certainly understand that. And the percentage of shade here is 85% plus, and it just helps children regulate their bodies. But shade also, we've done studies, is important because it allows parents to stay longer at the playground. So that's certainly key in their enjoyment, and a lot of times that is certainly a function of how long kids get to play. But it's a themed playground. We've done a full inclusive assessment of the playground. Train's a big part of this design, which is absolutely unique to Easley. This is your playground. This has not been replicated somewhere else. This is truly your playground. So it's one of one. Here's an overhead view of the shade. Again, how it covers, what it covers. A side view. And by the way, we're proposing turf. Why turf? Well, it's tactile in nature. It's inclusive in nature because it allows accessibility throughout the playground. But what's cool about this particular company we're using is that they can print different graphic designs as well. And with our train theme, that track's going to go really well. And I know I'm going to run through this real fast because I'm over my 5 minutes, but just really quickly, here's a look at the playground itself. It's in two sections, phase 1 and phase 2. Obviously, the phase 1 is the main play area, and the phase 2 in the back is a Ninja Warrior course for young adults and older children. So some pretty neat stuff. Again, the pieces are vetted. Each one of them has a study that shows the social, developmental, physical, any type of development element, each piece has its own study. And then ramps all the way to the top to the actual train itself, and a really cool roller slide at the back, on the front. So again, different types of play, different types of development throughout. I'm gonna, because it's gonna be too long, should I just, it's okay? Okay. So again, I could take the whole time up, but thank you again so much for the opportunity to be here. I'll stick around at the end in case you have any questions specifically about the playground. I cannot say enough about the team that has brought this to the table, their passion to make this happen. I am honored to be a part of this process so far. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight.
Thank you.
And Mayor Talbot, I would like to take one small moment. I know it's been a longer meeting than normal, but Sam Hollis has been somebody that's been very instrumental in getting this playground off the ground, talking with me, getting committees together. I just like for her to stand up. And I mean, she's become a really close friend, and I couldn't see myself working with anybody else in this project. And Miss Sally Robinson's done so much, Miss Abigail's done so much. There's truly, council, I want you to know there's truly a wonderful team behind this project. As Chris said, I just wanted to echo that. And I'm very proud to work with them.
Thank you. This is a wonderful project. Okay, next then we're going to go into community announcements, and there's none. So citizens wishing to address council would be next. Jennifer, do we?
It's not working, but we have one citizen signed up, it's Mr. Sam Norris.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. My name is Sam Norris. I'm the president of the Foothills Board of the Playhouse. And I would like to invite you all to come to our play that's going on right now. It was last weekend and this weekend. It's called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And believe me, it is a hoot. A lot of children in it. We would love to have you there. It's Friday night at 7:30, Saturday and Sunday at 3. And if you ever think about coming, you might want to come on Friday, because I think there are only 30 tickets left for Saturday and Sunday. So please, we'd love to have you there. We'd love to see you. The other thing I'd like to do is to thank the city, specifically Parks and Recreation, for all that they've done, especially Chrisman and Danielle. That's who I interact with mostly. And as she mentioned, on Friday after Thanksgiving, we will be having a little get-together around the Christmas tree, but over in front of Uncle Sam's Antiques. We will be having hot chocolate and cider for anyone that wants it, courtesy of the Foothills Playhouse. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go on into our unfinished business. We have up ordinance second reading, ordinance 2025-13, to amend fiscal year 25-26 operating budget to accept the award of $332,300 from the South Carolina Opioid Recovery Fund, and to authorize the hiring of 2 police officers and purchase 2 vehicles for the Easley Police Department with this fund.
I make
Sir?
a motion to accept this money and approve this ordinance.
Second.
Second, okay. Is there any, I know we discussed all this earlier, but is there any discussion before we vote?
Now, I'd just like to thank again Officer Captain Blinky and Captain Green for all their hard work, the police department on receiving and working to get this money, this grant money to the city so that we can expand the police department and working on this horrible epidemic. Thank you.
Okay, we'll vote. All in favor of amending this operating budget to accept this award from the South Carolina Opioid Recovery Fund and authorizing the use of it for 2 police officers and 2 vehicles, raise your hand. Okay, that's everybody. And then next up, we have new business, ordinance first reading, ordinance 2025-14, to authorize the conveyance of any and all interest in certain real property in the city of Easley, located at 201 South 5th Street and 205 South 5th Street, Easley, Pickens County, South Carolina. Is there a motion to bring this to the floor?
I'll make the motion.
I second.
To
Bring it to the floor.
to accept or deny?
To accept it.
Okay. Do you second?
No.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay,
Discussion.
okay.
Selling West End Hall is a big decision. An appraisal was conducted over a year ago in anticipation of a possible sale, but council only officially learned about this on Thursday night. The proposal is to sell the property to the school board for about half the fair market value. The city's put about $1 million into the property over the last 5 years, and the proposal is to sell the property for $900,000 to sell the building. The school board currently uses it for adult education, and there's zero doubt, there's zero doubt it brings a lot of value to the community. Selling it for this price may be a good idea, but with such a limited time frame to evaluate, and with the ordinance not listing the non-monetary benefit to the city, I believe that there are unanswered questions and that this needs more consideration, and therefore I move to table the motion.
I
Okay.
second that.
Okay, so we have a second motion, and we're going to resolve that first. Okay. Okay, so we're going to vote on tabling this sale. All in favor of tabling, raise your hand. All opposed? Okay, so then we move to the second motion that's on the table, which is to approve the sale that we've discussed at length for West End Hall. So all in favor of this sale, raise your hand. All opposed? 4-2.
Mayor, may I throw something in here since we've already passed this now? Not everything that Mr. Alexander said is totally accurate.
Order.
There's properties that the city took over years and years and years ago under other mayors that we probably had no business being involved with.
Point of order, please.
And
Is
we
he out of
did
order?
that. So, just so you guys will know. Pardon me?
That was, I think that was after the discussion period, I think,
Okay,
Mr.
well, I'm sorry about that. I should have spoke up sooner.
Strike that from the record. Okay,
It
moving
passed
on.
anyway.
Moving on, we have new resolution 2025-17, dedicating city-owned property as the home of an inclusive playground. Is there a motion to bring this to the floor?
Motion,
To
bring to the floor.
approve it? To accept it?
Yes.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay,
Discussion.
any discussion?
So if you have attended a work session, you know that I try to keep an eye on the city's bottom line, and that I am skeptical of a lot of government programs, but this is one that honestly, Chrisman and the committee and, I forget his name, the gentleman that spoke.
Chris?
Chris, thank you, have obviously done a tremendous amount of background work on, and this, honestly, this is a project that has moved me, and I very happily support it.
Okay,
Just
So-
to point out for all those watching and here, is that Chrisman also reminded us that the funding for all of this is coming through another source, and it will not be funded by the city. So, just so everybody is aware that this is being funded through another source and not by the city.
we ready to vote?
Mayor, could I,
Yes.
one thing also, the area in red is the area we're talking about. It's across the street over here by the recycle center. Recycle center is the right part of the picture there with the white building. The white building, the old health resource, I think is what it was, is gonna be remodeled and used as, updated basically, and used as a bathroom for this, if the design works out for it. So that's the goal, is to use that building along with the area in red, and hopefully we won't have to encroach on any more of the recycle center and can leave that where it is.
Thank you. We ready to vote? All those in favor of the resolution 2025-17, dedicating city-owned property as the home of an inclusive playground, raise your hand. All in favor? Thank you. Okay, up next, resolution 2025-18, to accept certain roads from the Pleasant Hill Cottages Homeowners Association into the City of Easley Roads Network. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept this resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? I don't think we went in depth with this. I think everybody's,
I have something to say. I'm going to vote no for this because the city does not have money allocated to fix roads, and we keep bringing in more and more roads. So I just think adding more roads to the city is going to increase the problem of trying to get roads repaired.
okay? We have the
If I'm not
motion.
mistaken, this project was built years ago, and it was something, and Mario could probably speak to that, that was just something that was overlooked and is long overdue for that development.
This subdivision was built, like you said, years ago. The developer left the homeowners high and dry and left, and they never got approved through the city. And so we decided, they asked us to look at it. All the roads were had met previous, all the previous
Design standards.
design standards, thank you. And we looked at it and had to make a couple of changes on the concrete curb, and other than that, everything was good. And besides, the roadway system was in proper shape for us to maintain.
Thank you.
So the motion's on the floor to accept. We'll take a vote. All in favor of resolution 2025-18 to accept certain roads from the Pleasant Hill Cottages Homeowners Association into the City of Easley Roads Network, raise your hand. All opposed? 4-2. And then we have lastly, I think this is lastly before I say that, council vote for the approval of the appointment of Mr. Jim Walker to the Planning Commission with term to expire December 31st, 2028. Is there a motion to bring this to the floor for acceptance or denial?
I make a motion to accept Mr. Walker to the Planning Commission.
Discussion.
We need a second to bring it to the floor.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Discussion. I don't know if I read this incorrectly, but Mr. Fetter's term expires at the end of this year.
He's resigned.
I know he resigned, but this term expired. So would he not be appointed through the end of the year and then we revote?
Oh, that's a good
The,
question.
the thought was that you take him for the unexpired term, which ends this year, and then up him for the next 3 years after that, since it's such a short term.
Well, that's not what that reads. It says through December
Right, it does.
2028.
Right.
Mr. Hughes, do you have an
So
opinion?
he's finished this year, and he's finished, so the unexpired term of Bob Fetter finishes this year, and then the term will complete in 2028.
That's consistent with the way the motion is before council, was that the unexpired term of Mr. Fetter would end December 31, 2028.
No.
What I just read is 2028.
This combined two things, the unexpired 2 months of his current term and then the next term of 3 years.
But I don't think the ordinance reads that way.
It's a,
I think that might be a better idea, that we table this to the next meeting so we can make sure we have the dates correct for the appointment and the unexpired term. Mr. Fetter will get sworn in
January.
January.
Do we have a planning commission meeting?
We do, but he won't come in time.
He who won't be as Mr. Fetter has officially resigned,
Mr. Fetter's officially
effective
resigned.
immediately. Okay.
Effective immediately.
So do we have a vacancy?
Mr. Walker will not be here next Monday,
Okay,
so we felt it was appropriate to go ahead and get him involved now.
I got you. Okay,
But he won't be here next Monday, so we can do this for December
that's fine.
and just rewrite that, make it more clean.
So since we brought the motion, do we need to
We just need a motion to table.
vote it? Okay, okay. Is there a motion to table?
I make a motion to table it until December.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have, okay. All in favor of tabling
May I have a
this?
point of information?
I'm sorry,
May I have
another
a
motion?
Point of information, just a point
Oh,
of information.
okay.
Would it be not be more efficient just to amend the motion to say December of 2025 so that we can appoint him tonight and then?
That is an excellent question. Mr. Hughes?
I think the point that Mr. Hughes made is just to
To
correct
rewrite the ordinance,
rewrite
correct
the
the ordinance.
ordinance.
I think I'm just dreadfully I'm confused.
Welcome to our council meeting.
I think it'd be better off to spend time, let's table it, let's get it right, bring it to council in December.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to table it. All in favor of
Wait,
tabling it?
wait a minute, wait a
Nope.
minute. Okay, what if there's a planning commission meeting in December?
We just had that
So
conversation.
then I think we just need to change that 28 to 25, and then we readdress it come January. Then he's covered for the December meeting.
The point was, the wording is wrong, so let's just table it till next month. Is that the motion on the floor?
I'm gonna
Mario,
go with the attorney. Yes.
Mario, is the planning commission in December after the city council meeting in December?
Yes.
So we could vote in December to seat him for the December meeting?
For the December meeting, then I would appreciate if you just go ahead and send him up for the next 3 months, next 3 years, I mean. And I
With-
think it's just one vote, then another vote.
We just vote.
Okay.
Why don't we just change it to 25, and then y'all put in another appointment for the December meeting.
Why don't we make this harder than it has to be?
We made the motion to table.
I did.
Okay, if you will amend your motion to.
No, I'm gonna make my motion to table it till December. He's not gonna be here this month, and we'll get the wording correct for next month, and then we'll vote on it. That's my motion.
To table it?
Yes.
And we had a second.
You had a second.
So can we vote, everybody that's in favor of tabling this till next month, raise your hand. All against? There you go. Thank you very much. Now we're going to vote to adjourn tonight's meeting. Is there a motion to?
Discussion, no, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
So was that a motion? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.